Mast is something like a mat, you have the mat on which you sleep. So something those days, in modern days, you used to have something of mast which can be tied up, allowing the breeze to pass through, wind to pass through. So when they want to change the direction of the ship, allow the ship to go towards the shore or away from the shore, they down the mast so that the wind will strike the mast and move the ship towards the direction which they want. So by lifting, either lifting or by lowering or half lowering, whatever the position which is needed, they can make the ship to move in the direction they want. So down with the topmast, yare lower, bring her to try with the main course. A cry within. Cry within means from the cabin of the ship inside. A plague upon this howling. They are louder than the weather or our office. The weather is very fierce storm. Lot of noise of the thunder, noise of the lightning is there, rain is there, lot of noise is heard. But Boatswain says all this noise, and we are trying to work to make the ship to come to the main sea. All these noises are comparatively very little. The shouts from within the ship, they are louder than all these. Re-enter Sebastian, Antonio and Gonzalo. Yet again, what do you hear? So the boatswain say, yet you again, yeah, come again. What do you hear? What do you hear means, why are you here? Shall we give over and drown? Do you want to give up and go down, drown? Have you a mind to sing? It looks you have a plan to sing and die. Don't you want us to work? Sebastian, a plague on your throat. Your babbling, blasphemous, uncharitable dog. See, there are two plagues used here. The first plague, the previous lines, a plague upon the howling. That is a curse. Here a plague on your throat is a form of oath. More or less similar meaning, but there is little difference. A plague on your throat, you babbling, blasphemous, uncharitable dog. So Sebastian finds fault with Boatswain, saying that he is blasphemous, uncharitable dog. Uncharitable means uncharitable. Blasphemous means one who is talking without respect. So Sebastian finds fault with Boatswain for not being polite with him and other royal members. Boatswain, work you then. When Sebastian found fault with Boatswain, saying that you are not showing respect to others, you are not giving respect, you are not polite, then he says, okay, I shall be polite, you come and work, I will go. Antonio, hang, cur, hang, you insolent noise maker. So Antonio joins Sebastian. Antonio always supports Sebastian. They two are close friends. They think alike and act together. So Antonio says, hang, cur, hang. Cur means dog. He is a dog. He should be hanged. Who? Boatswain. You insolent noise maker. Insolent means arrogant, irrespectful. You are an arrogant noise maker. You are talking too much, shouting. You cannot shout at us. We are royal people. You cannot shout at the king. We are less afraid to be drowned than the what? You think that we are afraid of drowning? No, we are not afraid of drowning. It looks like you are more afraid of drowning than us. Gonzalo, I will warrant him for drowning, though the ship were no stronger than a nutshell. So Gonzalo says the ship looks very weak. It is no stronger than a nutshell. Nutshell is how strong it is. The ship is not even that strong. So it can destroy at any time. But I can warrant means I can guarantee that he will not die by drowning. That is, even though the ship is not strong, it will not be wrecked. It will not be destroyed. Boatswain, lay her a hold, set her 2 courses, off to sea again, lay her off. So now, Boatswain is giving commands to mariners, trying to bring the ship back to the main sea. Lay her a hold. Lay her means lay the ship a hold. Set her 2 courses. That is a measurement used in the sea. Set her 2 measures, off to sea again, lay her off. Re-enter mariners, wet. Mariners have been working in the water and in the rain. They again come. Mariners, all lost, to prayers, all lost. So, they saying, all lost means everything is gone. Now nothing can be done. Very difficult to save the ship. You keep praying, that is the only way. If God wills, He will save us. Boatswain, what? Must our mouths be cold? Must our mouths be cold means must we be drowned. That is, when you go down the sea, your thoughts will become cold. That means you will get drowned. So do you mean to say that we have to get drowned? Gonzalo, the king and prince at prayers, let us assist them, for our case is as theirs. So when Gonzalo announced to his friends, saying, let us also go. The king has gone inside and is praying to gods to save us. So we shall also join them in prayer. Sebastian, I am out of patience. Sebastian is impatient. He says, no, I am losing my patience. Because Sebastian does not believe in supernatural powers. Antonio, we are merely cheated of our lives by drunkards. This white-chapped rascal, would thou mightest lie drowning the washing of 10 tides. So Antonio is blaming Boatswain for all the trouble. He says all these things happened because of the inefficiency of the Boatswain and because of his being not polite and is shouting too much. Gonzalo, he will be hanged yet, though every drop of water swear against it, and gape at while lest to glut him. What he's trying to say is, the whole situation looks very, very sad. No hopes at all. It looks like the water is going to swallow him. Even then, I assure you that he will not die by drowning. That means the ship will not wreck. Once we reach the shore, he will be put to death by hanging. A confused noise within, mercy on us. Within means from inside the ship, from the cabin. Confused means they are all troubled. They don't know what is happening and what is going to happen. Mercy on us. Be split. Be split. That means the ship is getting split, broken into pieces. Mercy on us. Have mercy on us. Farewell, my wife and children. So you hear people crying. Some are saying the ship is getting split. Some are saying goodbye to their wives, some are saying goodbye to their children. So a lot of confusion. Farewell, brother, be split, be split, be split. Exit Boatswain. So Boatswain disappears from the scene. So people are bidding goodbye to their loved ones. Some to brothers, some to wives, some to children. Antonio, let us all sing with the king. Now Antonio says, let us all sing with the king. The king is about to be sung in the river, in the sea. We shall also do the same. Sebastian, let us take leave of him. Exeunt Antonio and Sebastian. And Sebastian says, why should we die with him? Let's take leave. That means we will leave the king. Let the king look after himself. We will try to save ourselves. So Antonio and Sebastian, they join hands and they are trying to escape from the shipwreck. Gonzalo, exeunt Antonio and Sebastian. Gonzalo, now would I give 1,000 furlongs of sea for an acre of barren ground, long heath, brown furze, anything. The wills above be done, but I would fain die a dry death. So what Gonzalo is trying to say is his great desire to have a piece of land. I am ready to give anything to get the dry land. That is, without being destroyed by the shipwreck, he wants to escape and reach the shore. He is ready to pay anything for it. So that is the end of the scene. You have the workbook, and in workbook you are supposed to do the assignment. In drama alone, you have the workbooks, you will be answering the extracts. Whereas in story and poem, you have already done. You know it. Poem and story, you will be writing answers which are neither long nor short. Whereas in drama, you will be answering only the extracts. So, in every act, every scene there will be some notes given, like a summary, critical appreciation and things like that. So, please read up that one first, then you try to answer the questions. I am not going to do every question of the assignment. Only which are difficult ones, I will just help you out. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. Gonzalo, good. Yet, remember whom thou hast aboard. So that is, he is telling Boatswain that you should not be impolite. You should know who are on the ship. They are royal people, king and his associates. Then Boatswain replies saying that I have faith only in myself. That is a passage. First one is, who are the royal people aboard the ship? It's very easy. You know, who are the royal people aboard the ship? Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Ferdinand, Gonzalo. So these are the royal people aboard the ship. What has the Boatswain said just before the extract about these people? Just before this extract, what did Boatswain ask these people to do? What did he ask? He asked them to go into the cabin and not to disturb Boatswain and mariners who are doing the rescue operation. What does the Boatswain request Gonzalo to do? What did he ask? Command the elements. If you have the power, please command the elements. That is, the wind, the storm, the sea, the waters. Command and stop it. Stop the storm. Stop the wind. Make everything calm. If you cannot, then go inside and get ready for death. Question number 4. What is referred to as the mischance of the hour? How could they save themselves from the mischance? What is mischance? Mischance is misfortune. Misfortune. What is referred to as misfortune of the hour? What is the misfortune of the hour? The possible destruction. If it happens, that is a misfortune. What is that? That is a shipwreck. So the misfortune of the hour is the possibility of the ship being wrecked or destroyed. How could they save themselves from the mischance? How could they save themselves? By going into the cabin and allowing the crew to do their work. Question number 5. What role does the sea storm play in the development of the plot? This is an important question. Answer is given in the explanation given there, the notes given there. On page number 24, the same, just the previous page, on page number 24, the heading, the title of the play, towards the end of the page number 24, at the end, the title of the play. There the answer is given. What role does the sea storm play in the development of the plot? In the development of the plot, that is the development of the play, plot of the play, the entire drama. What is the role of this storm? That is the tempest. It's there that just to give the answer. The storm gives the play its title. The sea storm becomes the base, since every subsequent means that comes after that. Every subsequent event of the play flows from the sea storm, that is the tempest, and the consequent shipwreck. So the tempest and shipwreck is the base. All the other events follow from that. The entire story. Therefore, the storm or the tempest is very important for the development of the entire play. Question number 6, there are 2 words asked. Give the meaning of the following words as they are used in the context of the passage. Counselor. Who is a counselor? A member of the royal council. Elements, the wind, waves, storm, ocean, etc. So that is assignment number 1. We'll go to assignment number 2. Read the following passage and answer the questions. This is from Gonzalo. I have great comfort from this fellow. That is, he is speaking about that. I don't see any indication in this fellow of getting drowned. He will only be hanged. That passage. Who is this fellow referred to in this extract? Who is referred? Boatswain. Boatswain is referred to as this fellow. Why does Gonzalo have great comfort from him? He has great comfort from him because he does not see any signs or indications of his being drowned. Signs, indication, mark, you can use anything. He does not see an indication of this man being drowned in the sea. If he does not get drowned, which means the ship will not wreck. If the ship does not wreck, all of them will be saved, including Gonzalo and the distinguished personalities present there. Question number 2. What has this fellow asked the passengers to do? This fellow means boatswain. What did the boatswain ask the passengers? He asked the passengers to go inside into the cabin so that the crew can do their work. Where does this scene take place? Describe the chaos and confusion in the scene. Where does the scene take place? Scene takes place on board the ship in the sea. Describe the chaos. Chaos means confusion. Chaos, confusion, noise, and all those things. Describe the chaos and confusion in the scene. There is chaos and confusion as there is storm, thunder, and lightning. The ship is about to be stranded and wrecked. Stranded means get stuck in the sand. When it goes to the shore, where the water is shallow, it will get stuck in the sand. So, there is a storm, thunder and lightning. The ship is about to be stranded and wrecked. The master, with the help of boatswain and mariners, try to save the ship but unable to help. And the shipwreck is about to happen. People are confused and they are all getting scared. You can write on your own. Question number 4. In the modern times, confusion and chaos is shown on the stage by using modern equipment. You know that today there are so many equipments, including light, sound, effects, to depict a scene on the stage. But in olden days it was not there. How did Shakespeare produce such an effect on the stage? Question answer is given on page number 24. Page number 24, the previous page, with the heading Stage Devices. Stage Devices. But I'll just read it out. So in Shakespearean time or Shakespearean drama, cymbals and drums were used. Cymbals and drums were used to create the same effect. Sailors yells means shouting. The shouting of the sailors was done with the help of actors off the stage. Off the stage means they are not on the stage, they are outside the stage. Behind the stage, they shout. So, when the sailors are supposed to be shouting while working, trying to bring the ship down, so there will be the characters from behind the stage, they will be shouting. Especially through the characters. How did Shakespeare manage it? He managed through cymbals, drums, and through characters shouting from behind, and especially through the characters' feelings, expressions, reactions. So there are two kinds of people. One is characters outside of the stage, like shouting of the crowd or some noise, and all will be done by the characters outside. And characters on the stage, emotions, they express and create effect on the stage. Question number 5, page number 28. Why did the passengers travel in the ship? How do you know? They had gone for the marriage of the king's daughter and they are returning on their way back. What was their condition during the tempest? You know that. And you can write. 6. Question number 6. Give the meaning of the following words as they are used in the context of the passage. Drowning mark. What is the meaning of drowning mark? Indication of death by drowning. Indication of death by drowning. What is advantage? Advantage is benefit. Benefit. See, for this, the words what they ask, the 6th question, you have to give only the meanings given in the textbook and nothing else. Not equivalent meanings. Equivalent meanings may fetch you mark once in a while if it is correct, but they expect you to give what is given in the textbook. Next passage. Passage number 3. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. Boatswain talks, afterwards Sebastian talks. So it's the interaction between Boatswain and Sebastian. Question number 1. What is the boatswain trying to do? How does extract show that the people were in danger during the tempest. What is the boatswain trying to do? How does the extract show that the people were in danger during the tempest? What was boatswain doing? Boatswain is trying to bring the ship back to the main stream so that it does not hit the shore. So what is boatswain doing? Boatswain is trying to bring the ship back to the main stream so that the ship does not hit the shore. How does the extract show that the people were in danger during the tempest? Boatswain reminding them that they are about to drown. And he asks them, are you ready to sink? These conversations reveal that people were in danger during the tempest. Question number 3. How can you say from this scene that Shakespeare had a sound knowledge of a ship at sea? Sound means very good, excellent. So how can you say from the scene that Shakespeare had a good knowledge of a ship at sea? Answer is given in page number 23. Page number 23. Accurate depiction of seamanship. Accurate depiction of seamanship. That's a heading. Under that heading, you will find the answer. But I'll just read it out for you. Accurate depiction of seamanship. The scene has many terms of seamanship. This shows that sound knowledge of a ship at sea. The graphic picture of a ship drifting towards the rocky coast of an island. The action to be taken by the sailors to keep the ship under control suggests some knowledge of the ships and sailing. So answer is there. You can either put it in your own words or make it short and write in a short form. Question number 3. Judging from his speech, what sort of a man is boatswain? What sort of a man is boatswain? You can write on your own, and just a few points I'll give. Boatswain is straightforward, duty-minded. He believes only in himself and does not mind or care for the feelings of others. His language is rude, he is impolite, but he is committed to his duty. I'll read again. He is straightforward and duty-minded. He believes only in himself and does not mind or care for the feelings of others. His language is rude and impolite, but he is committed to his duty. Who are Sebastian and Antonio and Gonzalo? You know, Sebastian is they are all royal travelers. Sebastian is brother of Alonso. Antonio is a usurping king of Naples. Gonzalo is the royal counselor. And you can write something more if you want. Compare the character of Sebastian with that of Gonzalo. Compare the character of Sebastian with that of Gonzalo in connection with facing the shipwreck and the interaction with boatswain. So, you know it. Gonzalo was a peace-loving man. He was very jovial. So he uses a very funny way he explains things. And he is trying to cool the situation. Whereas Sebastian is very arrogant. He does not believe in supernatural powers. He does not believe in God or anything like that. He finds fault with boatswain for everything. Question number 6. Give the meaning of the following words as they are used in the context of the passage. Plague. Plague is a curse. And blasphemous. Blasphemous is talking irreverently. Talking irreverently means without reverence. Plague is a curse. Blasphemous is talking irreverently. And the last assignment number 4. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. This is Antonio hang, cur, hang. So it's a conversation with Boatswain, cursing Boatswain. Then Gonzalo replies, I will warrant him that he will not be drowned. Then Boatswain, lay her a hold, asking the mariners to bring the ship back to the sea. Then mariners responding, saying everything is lost, prayers all lost. Question number 1. Who is the insolent noise maker? Insolent is arrogant, one who is not showing respect. Who is the insolent noise maker? It's Boatswain. According to Sebastian, Boatswain is the insolent noise maker. What is he busy with? What is he busy doing? Boatswain. He is busy saving the ship, trying to bring the ship back to the mainstream. Why is Antonio talking to him impatiently? Why is Antonio talking to Boatswain impatiently, without patience? Because Boatswain does not give respect to Antonio and others. Why does Antonio speak in this manner to Boatswain? Because Boatswain does not show respect to Antonio and other royal members. Why is Gonzalo confident that the Boatswain will not die by drowning? Why is he so confident? Because he does not find any drowning mark in Boatswain. Also, it is born out of his desire to save himself. He wants to believe that he will be saved, and he wants to console others that they will not be drowned. So 3 reasons. One is he does not find any indication, any mark of his Boatswain being drowned. Second, he likes to save himself. Third, he wants to console others that they will not be drowned. And question number 3. What is the attitude of the following towards the danger in the ship? What is the attitude of the following? What is the attitude of the following people towards the danger in the ship? What is Antonio's attitude? From his dialogue he can come to know. What is Gonzalo's attitude? It's easy that he can do it. Question number 4. How do the following react to the shipwreck? The following people, how do they react to the shipwreck? Boatswain. What is Boatswain's attitude towards the shipwreck? How do the mariners respond? Mariners asking them to pray. Only way is to pray, we are destroyed. That one. Question number 5. How does Shakespeare create an atmosphere of fierce storm in the scene? In the opening scene, how does Shakespeare create an atmosphere of fierce storm? Fierce storm is tempest. How does Shakespeare create an atmosphere of fierce storm in the scene? You can write on your own. I will give you some points. You can speak about the noise, the confusion, suspense. These 3 things are important. Noise, confusion, suspense. noise, confusion, suspense. You can speak about the characters, how they express their fears, the dialogue between the characters, and their uncertainty and suspense. What is suspense? Will it or will it not? Suspense is will it or will it not. That is, will the ship wreck or will it not wreck? Will we be saved or we will be ruined in the sea? That is suspense. Confused noise and their shoutings. Mercy on us. We split. Farewell children, farewell wives, farewell brother. All those things. Let us all sing. These are all shoutings from the cabin. You can combine all these things. So, using all these things, using the noise, confusion and suspense and the dialogue of characters, Shakespeare manages to create an atmosphere of fierce storm. Last question, question number 6. Give the meaning of the following words as they are used in the context of the passage. First one is insolent. Second one is warrant. Insolent, what is the meaning of insolent? Rude and arrogant. Rude and arrogant. Or you can say lacking in respect. Lacking respect. And what is warrant? Warrant means to guarantee. Warrant is to guarantee. That's enough for today. Thank you.